Hello, here's a request video. What do I do for diet now that I'm trying to get back in shape? When I was out of shape, I would basically eat if I was hungry. And then if I got hungry and low blood sugar, I'd eat, but only enough to tide me over here. So now that I'm getting in shape, I actually developed some really bad habits when I was just working on my website all the time. Because like I wouldn't eat enough, and that you can get away with that if you're not exercising. But if you forget to eat during the day, which I've been doing, and then you're trying to exercise, like if you suddenly have to do your exercise, you're not going to have the energy because you haven't been eating well. So the most important thing as far as diet goes when you're trying to get back in shape is that you're eating regularly and enough. So what I do is when I get up in the morning, I eat a big bowl of oatmeal. That's what I have every morning. And I have mix to make pancakes too, and you just mix the pancake mix with water, and I'll do that when I get around to it. Okay, you want something that's really easy and quick. So I get up, I turn the water boiler on, and that takes like 5 minutes to boil. Once the water boils, and I can hear when the water boil stops because you hear the boiling stop and the thing goes click. So you go back to it from wherever you're doing, getting ready for the day, and then you measure out 2 cups of water and pour it in a big ceramic bowl that you're going to eat the food out of, and then measure 1 cup of oatmeal, and then throw that in, and then throw a handful of raisins and a little bit of honey, and then you let that just soak for like 20 minutes or something until it gobbles up all of the water, and then you just eat the oatmeal, as you're going about the beginning of your day, and that's kind of like your base food. And I think oatmeal's healthy. It like kind of detoxifies, and it's cheap. When you're trying to get back in shape, you're going to expect to be eating a lot, so try to get in the habit of only eating like cheap food. Just keep it to the cheap stuff that's easy to make. So, because then you can get into the habit of only eating the cheap food, so which saves money and is easy. So, along with then you could have like a banana. Bananas are always cheap and good. So you throw like maybe even if you want to get fancy, you could throw a protein drink or fruit drink in with a blender with your banana, and then you have a nice tasty drink. I like to have breakfast like a protein drink as much as I can think of, like at least 3 times a day, a protein drink, because I'm generally a vegetarian, and it's good to have lots of protein. Only 2% of Olympic athletes are vegetarian, I read once. So it's way more convenient. I think I'll throw this in. Well, maybe not. That'll be another video. Somebody wanted me to do a video about what I think about veganism. Yeah, I try to be a vegetarian. I think it's healthier and nicer for the animals. But whenever I get a chance, whenever I think of it, have the motivation, I would have like a bowl of vegetables. You can never go wrong with a bowl of vegetables at night. Don't ever have vegetables in the morning because it won't give you energy. In the morning you want oatmeal can work for the morning, but like and protein drink would work. That's good for the morning, but or like a protein breakfast like eggs, but not veggies. Veggies are for night, for the evening. But when you exercise a lot, you tend to feel good physically, and then you want to go well. You want to keep that feeling good going. You're more motivated to feel good when you already feel good, and so that's when you're extra motivated to eat cleanly, like stick to vegetables. What I ate today was I didn't have a breakfast, and then maybe I had like a burrito or a protein drink. I don't even remember, but I don't think I had a breakfast. And then I helped somebody move, and then they bought me like a Qdoba burrito. So that's what I had for lunch. And then I came home and I had like a protein drink, and then I had I had like I had like two and three quarters of a pizza. There's like a three pieces left or whatever. So I almost had two, like not the biggest pizzas, until my stomach just was like completely full and I couldn't eat anymore. So the important thing for me is to make sure that I eat a lot, and including like pigging out at night at the risk of like, I guess, having insomnia. But it's better to pig out at night and get insomnia than to not eat enough at night and then be able to sleep a little bit better, because you never know if you're going to have insomnia or not anyway. At least I don't. So it's not worth it to do something that's going to keep you from getting insomnia unless it's steering clear of an energy drink. I actually did have an energy drink today. I don't know what I was thinking. I shouldn't have. It was at like 2:32. Yeah, I kind of took it easy today. I had a nap today, like an involuntary nap. I did my vlog today, and like I was like literally falling asleep during my vlog. Like I was like literally, I like was having trouble remembering what I was talking about because my brain was slipping under. And as soon as I turned the video camera off, I straight up fell asleep and had a nap in the middle of the day for like an hour. So, like I'm getting back in shape. One thing that's happening with me is I'm like not recovering. If I do a big day of exercise or a couple of big days of exercise, it could take me like 4 days just to recover, and like the fourth day recovering could be the worst, because like all of a sudden like my body has to like fix something. I don't know what it is, but you know, if you have to follow your body, you have to follow your body. Like if you're falling asleep in the day, you got to go to sleep. And same thing with the food. Like if you're feeling like underfed, like that's not good. Like the only time you should ever feel low blood sugar is like because you have to, like you're out on a huge ride and like you just ran out of energy because you've been expending so much, but not because you skipped a meal or something. You know, like I don't worry about being overweight or gaining fat, because if I gain extra fat, to me all that means is that's an extra layer of extra energy on my body that I can burn away. It's good for my endurance and my recovery. It's literally like extra, it's like a belt of extra nutrition. So and I know that I'll burn it all away in like an endurance ride anyway, you know, if as soon as I have the time to do that. So the most important thing is just to be able to get up in the morning. Yeah, so I live on, like when I go to the supermarket, I try to get, I go to Costco. Costco's the best place to get food because you just get huge bulk. If you just live off of super cheap food, then just get tons of that super cheap food and don't be afraid to spend the money because it'll last. And now you have all this super cheap food, and you won't spend money like that for like 2 or 3 months, you know. I go into Costco once a month and I spend like $300, $350. But then I don't go into Costco for like at least 2 months. That's enough food for like 2 months. After 1 month, after spending that much money, after 1 month, I'm like not even halfway done with what I got. So like the last time I went to Costco was the beginning of April, and we're already in May. And I like haven't touched my vegetables or like most of the stuff that I got. Like I could go at least another month. So, yeah, so like vegetables, frozen vegetables, sandwich stuff. And my mom's a big meat eater, so I get meat eating stuff when I go there. I've got meat slices. Protein drink. I get pizzas if I see them, but I don't get them at Costco for some reason. But you know, nuts, raisins, yogurt. And then I try to eat the stuff that goes bad as quickly as I can, because I got a bunch of these little potatoes and they're already growing stuff off of them. But potatoes are really good as long as you can remember to eat them and cook them, because they take a little bit of extra time. So make sure you have like a air fryer, because those are easier to cook potatoes than like regular ovens, because they're quicker. And rice is really good. If you can get like brown rice with a good seasoning that would work with the rice, it can make it taste good. And tuna, and although I guess tuna that has a lot of like mercury in it, so but yeah, and then canned vegetables. Um, but when I'm out like on a ride, like trying to feed myself through the day, I just bring goo. I've got these goos that are like so old, and I brought three of them with me on my last ride because I wanted to know how the bike, because it was my first ride on my first real ride on my full suspension 29-inch mountain bike, and I wanted to know how it would handle with all that extra goo and stuff on it. So I didn't eat the goo at all, but that's what I bring on a ride every time, just goo, because it's easier to eat. And then I can try to get in the habit of eating it while I'm riding the bike, or get off the bike real quick and eat it. Um, so, and also when I ride indoor all day long, I only eat the goo to try to kind of like accustomate myself. And when I do a big ride indoor, I go through an entire goo in like 4 or 5 hours, and I'd go through like, if I ride all day long, like 12 hours, it's like 2 goo. So it's good to gauge how many hours you can get off of one, so then you're just ready for it when you do it in real life. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna bring for food tomorrow. I'm gonna go spend the day at the bike park if it's not raining. It was like raining all day today, so I couldn't do it. Yeah, but I was also kind of tired, and oh well, today was the day that I was trying to finish fixing the images on my website, so that was my excuse. But again, I couldn't finish this one thing, but I don't even know why it wasn't working, so I give up. It was just the stuff that was important. Anyway, so yeah, that's the diet that I use. Just the simple, quick diet, and the main like thing that I try to remember is to make sure to eat a lot. Just pig out, because I ate those pizzas. When I get up tomorrow morning, all I have to do is like have my oatmeal, and I'm good to go. I think I bought a banana. I'd have an oatmeal, a banana, and I'm good to go for like all day. And then like 5 hours, I go 5 hours with eating nothing. And then yeah, just go in there and maybe bring some goo with me, and then I could stay all day. So yeah, that's what I do for diet. Video request.